Okay, let's go over homework 3.3, 3.4, number 10. All right, so we are looking at two options. One is annuity, and the other one is simple interest. All right, so let's get information from the problem. All right, so let's see. So you have an annuity consisting of quarterly, so which means that M is going to be equal to 4, right? So interest is compounded 4 times a year, and also 4 payments per year, right? And also there's a payment $651.98. So PMT payment is going to be $651.98, right? And it says 6%, so it's going to be, so R is annual nominal rate, so 0.06 is the annual rate, and a compounded quarterly, so M equals 4. All right, then you can see that the N, we can find N by N is just basically M times time T, so M times time T. But in a calculator, we have X instead of T, so I'll use X. So MT or MX, right? But M is 4, so it's going to be 4X. It's going to be our N. All right, then by combining R and M, we can find I, so it's an interest rate per period. So it's always R over M. So R is 0.06 divided by M is 4 times per year. So this comes out to be 0.015. All right, so those are the information we get about we could get about the annuity. All right, how about the simple interest? So you can it says that the principal of 7,800. So P is 7,800. So that's pretty easy to figure it out. All right, and invested at 5%. So R is going to be 0.05. Right, so got that from 5%. All right, T again, we have X for variable, so we use X for T. All right, so we're going to sketch both of these guys and basically try to look for the intersection. So, all right, so in a calculator, we'll probably use Y1. So Y1 for future value of annuity, right? Payment 651.98, right? Then you have 1 point is 0.15, and raise it to the n. N is 4x, so you raise it to the 4x power, and a minus 1, then divided by I, which would be 0.015. All right, so I'm gonna use the Y2 for the simple interest. Right, P is 7,800, so that's a principal. Right, then it's going to be 1 plus 0.05 and times X. All right. All right, let's punch those into a calculator. So here's a graphing calculator. So we're gonna open up y equals, right? So the first one is 651.98, right? Times parenthesis. So you have 1.015, raise it to the 4x power, right? Then put the right arrow so that comes down to a regular. All right, so actually I forgot to say minus 1, so minus 1, right? Right, then close parenthesis, right? then divide by I, which is 0.015, right? Enter. So that's our y1. All right, y2 would be 7,800, right? Left parentheses, 1 plus 0.05 and x, then right parentheses, and enter. Right, so we got that. All right, then we're gonna have to change the window size a bit. So go to window. All right, since we're talking about the x is the time, so we never talk about negative time, so we put 0 there. All right, then 10 should be big enough, so I'll leave that 10 years at 10. Right, again, y is the amount, so future value, we shouldn't probably talk about negative value, so I put 0. Then for y max, let's see, this for simple interest, you have initial value is 7,800, so it's got to be bigger than that. So just to be safe, I'll probably put 10,000. So 10,000 for the y max. Let's see, do have that, right? So then enter. All right, so then we can just hit graph to see if we can see the intersection. Right, so that's the future value of annuity, and the other one is the simple interest. So you can see that the simple interest is higher in the beginning, but since we keep on making payments into annuity is getting larger and larger, and at some point it's going to actually catch up with the simple interest. Right, so we are looking for this intersection right here. Right, so we're going to use the second trace, so that's the calc function, and we're going to use number 5. All right, then first curve, enter, second curve, enter, and the guess, enter. All right, then it gives you an intersection, which came out to be 3.17. So since we have to round it to 1 decimal place, so answer would be 3.2 years. So answer is 3.2 years. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.